Alright. Well, after that very long discussion that we had, I'm gonna do amiibos before I forget. Not system. Yeah, let me grab them. Gotta get our free stuff. Marth, what do you have for us today? Silver gauntlets, okay. Prom, everyone's favorite himbo. Ooh, Aura Knuckles. Alright, Lucina. 3,000. Oh. Gotta reach. Alright. Robin. A Brave Tome. And Ike. Albinian berries. Thanks, Ike. Maybe someday I will have the Fire Emblem amiibo that I'm missing. Today is not that day. So, luckily we have 5 of them, though. Lucina's paying you as a sorry for having to deal with her dad. She should. She should pay me, actually. Do you guys see that they're bringing back a bunch of the Summer Three Houses characters in Heroes? I've been trying to get Summer, Byleth, and Rhea, and I've been unsuccessful thus far. And they just brought back Hilda and Marianne, so I want them too. I do not have enough orbs for this. Oh, I guess we have to talk to Caspar. I guess his dad is gone now. We must talk to him. Oh, hey, what's up? My father? Yeah, he was here to talk to Edelgard. He's gone back east now. He was kind of interested in you too. What? Remember that time Dimitri lied to Ash about Lenato having a... What? Lying about Lenato having a terminal disease that he should mercy kill him, Toko. I'll see you later, Joker. Marianne, yes. Marianne. Summer Marianne is so cute. Yes, training time. But first I want to see what facilities we have. I've been getting supplies because I was grinding off stream for supports. So, I just kept collecting all the supplies, and I guess we got enough to do an upgrade.
Regarding the facilities.
So, we're gonna do this. Loan out general use equipment to the battalions. Increases the endurance of higher battalions. We'll do that. We have enough for this one, too? No. Okay. Well, 1. Good enough.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
Also, we have a reward.
Well, how'd it go?
Oh, we have 2. Some owl feathers. And white Verona. Alright, so that's done.
Any result's a good result.
We're gonna have a lot of supports, so get ready for that. But first, let's do some training. Now I have to look because I've been training people in different classes. Like right now, working on getting Hubert to Dark Knight, since he's mastered all of these. Bird working on getting to Great Knight, I think, is where he gets his special ability. We're working on that. Are we still doing daddy jars? We're still doing daddy jars, yes. Linhart is working on Thief right now. Go to Trickster. Probably not going to keep him as a Trickster, though. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, I did get Petra to max out Assassin. So now she has Despoil, which is pretty cool. So I just threw in Swordmaster because she mastered Paladin. So... I've done nothing with Monica. I think I might have gotten her to master Warlock? Yeah, that's all I did. Still working on Mage for Lorenz. Slow going. Oh, I'm gonna take Happy to Wyvern Rider. So, right now, she's an Armored Knight. Petra excels as any sword user, honestly. Yeah, she's really fun to play. in those classes. I'm having her go Falcon Knight because I think that is her special ability. I need to write it all down. I just haven't gotten there yet. Hello.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Alright, so... Edelgard I can just leave an Emperor, I think. Lady Sakura, thank you so much for the resub for 2 months. I hope you enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Welcome in. Monica gets her hidden skill from Trickster. Really? Okay. I can do that. Alright, well, hopefully she'll get through that pretty quick. Let me check their
With proper
support
training, you'll be
chain.
unstoppable.
We have a lot of support. I was not lying. Okay, so they're not quite at an A yet. So I can leave them together.
Time to
I
work
mean, not
you
that you
into
get a lot
shape.
of support here, but... Lysithian Ferd. That looks good. Constance and Lorenz, where are they at?
Can't wait to see how you do.
Okay, they're already at an A. So... I could put Constance with Linhart. I think that's what I'll do.
Time to work you into shape.
Which one does Edelgard's come from? Yeah, Gremory. She actually does really well in magic classes, like as a mage. Alright. Linhart. Looks good, looks good. Happy and Shamir. I think I might put Happy with Hubert. Looks good. Mercy and Yuritsa. Oh my gosh, I just realized that if I look in the upper right corner, it shows me their support level. I don't need to back out. Great. F. Anyway. Alright, so then we have Petra and Raphael. That looks good. Shez is from Dark Knight. Okay. Good to know. Was already training her magic too, so that turns out good for me. There you go, okay. How's the game today? We just started. We were chatting for quite a while about lore and stuff. Oh my gosh, constant.
My
Look at how
only
pink.
accomplishment was to hold you back.
That whole ensemble is so pink.
One step at a time. This better not be one of those weird powers.
Happy's
I
like,
imagine
listen.
This will serve me well.
Oh, good.
This
Max
power will
HP.
serve me in the times to come. This is quite fascinating.
The glorious horse armor. Right? Alright, let's see. Oh, we're still working on it. Oh, Mercy and Yuritsa are pretty close. They might get there. Ooh, fun. Glad you're having fun. Oh, thanks. I hope you have fun
There.
watching.
Are we done now? One step at a time. I had this talent hidden away. I think I've learned something new.
Gale to master a warrior for some combat arts. Oh yeah, I had her working on that. So we'll just put her back there.
Time to work
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Can't wait to see how
For
you
some
do.
reason, when I looked initially at that, I was looking at it as training and the activity points were flipped. So I was like, oh, we only have 2 training, but no. We have a bunch of training. Even better. Oh, I need to boost Monica. See, this is why I have to write all this stuff down. There's so many characters. Then Monica's was from Trickster. Interesting. They have unique animations for
style
training
may
if they're
change,
both
but my
the
mission
same
does
class. 2 Gremmaries have a DBZ spell battle. That's great. Alright, who else mastered? Lysithia. Lysithia gets hers from Mortal Savant, doesn't she? I think so. Oh, dang. I gotta go buy seals. One
Proper
moment,
training,
sir.
You'll be unstoppable.
Monica and Manuela's hidden ability are Trickster. Oh, well, that works out, because I was gonna have Manuela go Trickster
I
anyway.
carry a little of everything here.
So,
You've
you know
got an
what?
eye for quality,
We have
friend.
a little bit of money now. As you can see from all the
Hope to see you again soon.
Is it bad I want to 100% this game? No, it is not bad at all. Live your best life.
Time to
I really
work you
enjoy
into shape.
100%ing these games. Try not to be super excited about for innate abilities. They're not super earth-shaking. They're pretty basic. Yeah. I mean, it still gives us a goal. Or gives them a goal. We'll see. I'm sure some of them are going to be more useful than others. But, I mean, they've already mastered a lot of other classes anyway, so it's like, why not give them something to do? Lysithia looks so small. Oh no, she has the diaper.
matter the
She's got the
path, I'll
Catherine
forge
diaper.
ahead.
Lysithia, no. Alright. Everyone's good. Check supports real quick. Yeah, we're good. Just got one that makes all attacks have longer range. Now I want to get Sylvain's skill so I can make them even longer. Not the
This should
diaper.
come in handy.
Hey, there we go. Progress. Sweet, Happy mastered this. I was having her, because I didn't want to use any of the training points off screen, so I was just like playing her as a fighter and then the armored knight, and it was rough.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
What chapter are we on? We are on chapter 10. Okay, we need to go this way. Lysithia is the reason Edelgard falsified her heights in documents. She has to be
You
1
can't do the
centimeter
job
taller
without
than
the
her
outfit.
sister. I like to think that Hubert did that on his own, where he's like, wanted to make her seem more imposing, so he lied about how tall she was. The fun one. Ooh, chapter 10 is the fun one? We're not that far in. We've only done 1 battle so far. Makes me sad ladies can't be war masters. Imagine Lysithia with aura gloves or
better than
80
training on
throwing
my own.
hands. Would have been glorious. I mean, We were just talking about how Edelgard and Rhea are kind of like two sides of the same coin, and it would have been interesting to see them get into like a fist fight.
There must be more to this.
The main battle is nuts. Oh, for chapter 10? Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. Oh, good job, Linhart. And Raphael as well. I don't know what to do with Raphael. I feel like I'm just gonna leave him as a grappler.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I think it would have been very therapeutic for Lysithea and 80. Yeah, I wish classes weren't gender locked.
Well,
Wish I had
don't
more-
I look splendid?
Like choices. Alright, Petra. Who do we want to put you with? Maybe Caspar? Oh, well, no, Constance is already with someone. Caspar. That works. Okay. Oh, they're very close to an A now. Might do it.
Training with me will only put you in danger.
Oh, you don't need to worry about me. I'm a lot stronger than I used to be.
Tell him, Mercy. She's like, yes, this is a magical plate.
So much fun.
Well, that was cute. Mercy teaching him magic is so cute. It is cute. Lynn would look fabulous with the Gremory feather scarf, right? Love the robes. Put Hubert in Fate so he can be a dark flyer like he always dreamed of. Anyway.
This should come in handy.
Oh, Death Glow.
I think I've learned something new.
Prowess means nothing without resolve.
Constance.
Hey, anything that makes me stronger.
Oh, good job, Mercy.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Bro. Chill.
Do you think it's a fit?
You imagine, like, how dirty those clothes would get in a battle? Just wearing white in a battle seems like a bad idea. Just, it doesn't seem like a good idea. Like, right there.
I will be whatever you want me to be, Your Majesty. Your shield, your target, anything you desire.
Monica.
Can we please just train normally?
Edelgard's like, please stop.
Together and improve.
Oh no. Oh, that's so awkward.
This power will serve me
I
in
can be
times to
your
come.
footrest. Oh. The smiley face, Lucy. Oh, Monica. It's so uncomfortable.
This is part of me now.
Essence of darkness. Sounds about right. That's great, Eureka. I
Training
love
can
that
be
for
the-
you.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Just like me. Joking, of course. Edie's getting tired of Monica's shit. She just wants to be stepped on. I mean, that's the impression I'm getting from that. Oh, jeez. All right. So, we have approximately 5,000 supports to get through. So, actually, real quick, before I do that, because I'm going to forget if I don't go to the tactics instructor and upgrade Shamir.
My instruction comes at a high price.
All right.
Don't neglect your
Good.
daily
We're
studies.
done now. Okay. That's done. What a pleasant level up sound. It was, wasn't it? So, we've got a lot of supports. Like I said, I tried to grind as many as I could this week. So, oh my god, Cheese has so many. Let's start with Shamir. She does not get that many, but we just recruited her, so, you know, by saying we wouldn't murder her girlfriend. So,
Oh, it's Shammy.
damn, wow.
Happy.
Strange. I didn't take you for the praying type.
Good. I'm not.
Thought so.
Good.
Then
I'm
what are you
not.
doing here?
Just looking for some peace and quiet. This place seemed like the best option.
Because no one's there.
Got it. Should I leave you be then?
You're fine. I've had enough silence anyway. You don't strike me as the praying type either. What brings you here?
Same reason as you, I guess. I just wanted some more quiet. But I don't mind if you're here, Shammy.
All right. Mind if I ask you something then?
You just did. Kidding. Go for it.
It just occurred to me, but you used to live in Abyss, right? Under Garreg Mach? Did you ever see a pagan altar or statue down there?
Ah, you mean that big hunk of metal with the giant wings? Yeah, it's pretty hard to miss. Hold on, you know about Abyss? Did you go down there when you were a knight?
No, before that. Have you heard of the Dagda and Bridget War? After my side lost to the Empire, I was stranded in Fodlan. Somehow I wound up in Abyss. Soon after I started living there, I ran into trouble with someone from the church.
Was it Catherine?
Fortunately, Rhea noticed me, and I got hired by the Knights of Saros.
Let me guess. You got into it with Elfie, didn't you?
Elfie. The name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
Interesting. Anyway, sorry. I kind of interrupted you there.
Don't worry about it. So, that pagan statue, it's actually of a Dagdan deity.
Huh. Interesting.
No kidding.
Is
You're
that
from
why
Dagda,
Rhea threw
right?
it down an abyss?
Yes. I think it was the god of fate. I always wondered how it ended up there.
No clue. It's probably been there forever. You know, I remember there was this one foreigner who prayed to it all the time. Like, really prayed. She must have been from Dagda too.
Is that the sus mage?
Most likely. It will have to remain a mystery for now.
That suspicious lady that we saw down there?
Thanks, Happy. Is there anything you want to ask me?
What? Really? Let's see.
Oh, I thought there was going to be more to that. Interesting. Who would have thought that Shamir was one of the mole people? originally. Also, I think Elfie is what Happy called Alfric. It would make sense that Shamir would not like Alfric. So, interesting. Not Elfie, I don't want to remember that one. You know what, Dynasty? I don't think any of us want to think about Alfric. He made it into Heroes. Like, of all the characters. Why Alfric? Alright, Yuritsa and Cheese. We're working on the Ace part with Mercy. So just this one, I guess. He made it into Heroes, he did.
Yuritsa? What's wrong?
Not here, either.
Hey, hold on. If you're looking for someone, I'd be more than glad to help.
Leave me be.
Friendly as ever, I see. You know, it's kind of hard to believe you and Mercedes are related. Why don't you let me help you? You seem worried.
How could you tell?
You're not exactly hiding it. You nearly
Because you're
busted the
emoting
chapel door
more
clear
than
off its
usual.
hinges.
I'm looking for someone. She is injured.
Huh? Did someone go missing from the infirmary? Wait, are you talking about an enemy?
Not an enemy. However, she fled when she saw me.
Well, then why would she run? Oh, I get it. Was it Bernadetta?
Not her. Though, the one I seek was likely frightened by me as well.
What?
Well, you're not really the most approachable guy. There's kind of this murdery aura about you. Like, if I let my
This
guard down for
murdery
even a
aura
second,
you have.
it'd be the last thing I ever do.
That is not my intention.
I know that, but you'd probably still scare the life out of someone who's already jumpy. Even a beast would turn tail and run if it caught sight of the Death Knight.
Then, what would you suggest?
This is kind of weird considering he was their teacher.
I will never capture her at this rate.
Briefly. Offer to help.
Why don't you just let me help you? You know, strength in numbers and all that. She wouldn't be able to get away if there are two of us out looking.
It is vexing when she flees, yes. But this matter does not require assistance.
Now's not the time.
Time is wasting. I must go.
Is he talking about a cat?
Wait, Yuritsa?
He might be.
Is he really gonna be okay?
I can't think of a person he'd be talking about. So, maybe. You know, no one took Yuritsa's tenure as a teacher seriously. Yeah, his 5 minutes of being a teacher. This is gonna be Manuela's last support. She deserves better. Alright.
Another rough night, Manuela?
You could stand to learn some manners, you know. I had a little too much to drink yesterday, that's all.
A little
More
too much.
importantly, you saw me perform, right?
Yeah, I was at the inn. You really do have a beautiful voice. I was impressed.
I told you so. But was it just my voice you were impressed with?
Ma'am?
Well, I mean, when you were singing in front of everyone, you looked stunning. Seriously.
Ma'am!
Is that how you always are when you perform for the people in town?
Oh, please. In their dreams, maybe. Yesterday was a special occasion because you were there. We had a deal, remember?
Yes.
We did?
Hush money.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't told anyone, right? About what I said in my sleep and such?
No.
Nope. Not one peep to anyone. Not even about the dream where you got dumped.
Heck.
Shh! Don't go shouting about it now.
You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with you, even when you are hungover.
That might be the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to Manuela.
It makes you seem like a laid-back, mature woman. Just another interesting side of you. One day you're a physician saving lives.
This is very
and the
romantic,
next,
is all I'm saying.
You're on the battlefield. I like all your sides.
Like, you say?
It's more like I can't take my eyes off you. All the more so now, since I've seen you sing and all. You have all these different sides that come together to form a complete person.
All your sides, indeed.
Maybe that's what draws me in.
Side rebel.
It's like, which one is the real Manuela?
Of course, the real me is the majestic diva shimmering in the spotlight. If only. I'm not that delusional. Those days are long gone.
They're not.
Apparently,
there
I've
were
reached the age
literal
where I must take
people
comfort in the
who wanted
glories
you
of
to step on
yesteryear.
them, and we fought them.
Do you really think so? I think you're probably way more attractive now than when you were all famous.
Well, that's a
Are we
solid
getting
gold
married? I
pickup
feel like
line.
we're
If only you
getting
were a
married after
handsome
this,
gentleman
right?
instead.
Manuela!
Huh? Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Anyone would find you captivating is all.
I like the way you think. Maybe you and I could sit down and plan out my future together. Actually, how does tonight sound?
Oh, I've got some stuff I gotta do tonight. Sorry, maybe another time.
Oh, really? Fine, we'll save it for another day. It'll give us more time to talk anyway. Just don't blow me off, okay? Or you'll be sorry.
That was a joke, right? Manuela? Right?
My goodness. Yeah, it very much did sound like a date. Keys didn't want to do it because she was flirting with her and is now embarrassed after Manuela rebuffed her. I hate how they're like, she's like clearly flirting and then she's like, oh, if only you were a guy. Manuela, come on now. Cat needs to see the support. Cat would love it up until that part where Manuela's like, oh, just kidding. Manuela. Alright, Constance. Constance and Lorenz. Is there a support? Yeah, Cat would be very upset.
I dare say I pulled off quite the impressive strategy in our previous battle. One should expect nothing less of me, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
Oh my god.
It's a delightful surprise to see you here, sir.
Was he talking to no one, or was he actually talking to Constance? Because it seemed like he was just talking to no one, and she just walked up.
Suited for such splendid displays as yourself.
Constance? Is something the matter?
No, not at all. I just feel awful that someone as wonderful as you must turn their attention on a wretch such as I.
All right, what is the matter here? This is all quite unlike you. You almost always announce yourself to me with an exultant smile and some cutting jibe. But this... Oh, now that I think of it, I believe the same thing happened to her before. I thought she might be ill, but perhaps it is not so simple as all that?
I fear my words and actions, totally unsuited as they were to one of my status, have incurred your ire. Please inform me of what my punishment is to be, and I shall humbly accept whatever is to come.
What is this nonsense you speak of, Constance? You yourself said you were a noble woman at heart, did you not?
I must ask you to refrain from taunting me so. I am but a simple commoner now. A mere foolish being whose only calling is to obediently follow any order you give me.
Enough! Return yourself to normal at once. You sought to re-establish House Nouvelle. What has become of your ambition? Your pluck?
That is kind of you to say. It pains
Just
me so
move her
to
under that
deny your
awning,
gracious
Lorenz.
words. But it is unthinkable that someone so lowly as I could make real the nonsensical dream of re-establishing House Nouvelle.
Constance, this saddens me greatly. To think you would change so fundamentally once you fell into despair after your dream was shattered. I must do something to help you.
I cannot imagine causing you such a grave inconvenience, sir.
I will hear none of it. I do as I please.
Oh, how kind you are. But your help will not bring me happiness. Though audacious and selfish as this request may be, I ask you simply to watch over me.
It seems I must reevaluate my perception of you yet again. I once said there were things I must settle with you, but now is not the time for competition.
Correct. For no matter what sort of contest I find myself pitted in, you will always emerge victorious.
Well then, though you have rejected me once, pray allow me to say this. Nothing is impossible for Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. So when you decide to continue pursuing your dream and need my assistance, do let me know. Ha ha ha!
I have a laugh. Well, he is being nice. He's trying. Who did you have win the Nobles Paralog? Constance. I had Constance win. So, does Constance... Does she remember things that she has said and done when she is Sunny Constance versus not Sunny Constance? Or are they two separate people? Because she's aware of what happens when she's in the sun. This gets touched on in Petra's A support. Okay. You two thought that was the funniest way for it to go? I agree, Lacious. They talk about it in Linhart's support. Okay. It's kind of sad to watch her go back and forth because sometimes she's like super confident in her dream to restore House Nouvelle and is like nothing can get in her way. And then when she's Sunny Constance, she doesn't believe that her dream is possible at all. And I'm like, that's so relatable. Like to kind of go between having like those really confident days and then having just like, you know, the sad, I can't do this days.
Hey there, Your Majesty. Fresh off some new official business, huh? Don't you ever get a rest?
No.
Yes.
She does not.
Thank you for your concern.
Huh? Why are you staring at... Hey, all right.
No, it isn't that. It most certainly is not that. I was just revising my opinion of you. Hubert made you out to be the greatest womanizer of our time, but you've been surprisingly well behaved.
I said I wouldn't hit on you, didn't I? Also, that could not sound more like Hubert. Anyway, you could have just taken my word for it.
I
All
apologize.
this is
for doubting
disdain
you.
for Hubert.
Still, just because you haven't attempted to woo me doesn't guarantee you won't do so in the future.
Sure, but the thing is, you're not really my type.
You're not a mom,
You're too
Edelgard.
smart, and dainty, and way too important. Wooing you would be like bringing a baguette to a sword fight. I know when I'm out of my league.
What?
I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to take that.
Look, the only thing I want from you is a job. You pay well, and frankly, I could really use an army between me and the folks trying to kill me.
We have had to bolster the camp's defenses because of all the trouble you keep attracting. So, yes, thanks for that.
Hey, if it bothers you, let him through. I can watch my own back well enough. Save the cleverness and compassion for some other lunkhead.
I agree, my time could be better spent. Also, I'm not compassionate, merely hopelessly committed to my ideals.
Oh yeah?
I've set out to unite all of Bothan. I've started a war over it. That means destroying any who oppose me and protecting all who stand with me. If you believe in me and share my ideals, I will never abandon you.
Half of the women playing Animal Crossing,
Even if
ruining
you
the
do happen
support.
to be a philandering hireling up to his neck in debt.
That was downright inspiring. Right up to the point where you insulted the stuffing out of me. But hey, if your thing is looking out for people, I'm happy to be a spare set of eyes. Plus, you're a boss worth swinging these fists for. I could shop around, but I doubt I'd find better.
What a
And I
sweet
will
thing to
endeavor
say,
to keep
Balthus.
it that way. But for now, I must be off. Oh, and Balthus? Join us at the next War Council.
Oh boy, that was close. It's like she was begging for me to make with the flirting. And if it wasn't for Hubert, I might even be stupid enough to try.
I really wish the camera would have panned to Hubert standing behind Balthus with his arms crossed. Oh, jeez. I love how Edelgard is like, I'm not compassionate. How dare you? I started a war. Oh, Bernie. Bernie and Marianne. Cute.
Hey, so...
Aww.
Oh, go ahead. I didn't actually have anything important to say. No, you can go first, Bernadetta. Okay, well, I guess I'll start. I saw a lovely white butterfly in the mess hall this morning. Oh, but while the wings and body were both white, its eyes were crimson. It was beautiful. I saw one just like that at the stables.
And I
You
talked
saw
to
one
it.
too?
It said it saw you.
Yes, its eyes glittered like tiny jewels. It was wondrous to behold. I wonder if it was the same butterfly I saw. That would be something, huh? Yes, it would be a most lovely coincidence. Well, I guess it's my turn. This morning, I awoke earlier than usual and... Well, since I had extra time, I climbed a small hill and looked out over the landscape.
You woke up bright and early, huh? That's great. So how was the scenery?
Seeing the plains hued red by the sunrise was especially striking. It's like I was standing inside a painting, or... I'm sorry, I can't put into words very well.
Wow, I wish I could have seen it. Maybe I can manage to drag myself out of bed before noon one day.
The struggle.
Oh dear, listen to me. I'm sorry for going on as long as I did.
No, it's alright. Really. And actually...
Yes, Bernadetta?
Well, I guess... I mean, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk this much with someone.
Aww.
I'm rather awful at speaking to other people myself. So this has been somewhat strange for me as well.
Yeah. So, I was thinking it might be nice if we could chat again sometime. What do you think?
That would be delightful.
Aw, thanks, Marianne. I gotta think of lots of things to talk about for next time. Okay, so there's carnivorous plants, interesting books, the doll I'm knitting, carnivorous plants...
You talked about those today as well.
Yeah, but there are lots of different kinds? Anyway, I think this is gonna be great.
Aw, they're so cute. What a sweet friendship. I never even really thought about them. Like, how they would interact and have a friendship. I'm glad that Marianne has a friend, because I feel really bad that Ash is here and doesn't want to be here. So it's nice to see Marianne, like, fitting in and trying to make friends. That was really, really cute. And also, it seemed like they got to a point where they were comfortable enough to talk for a long time, which is really great for both of them. Hey, Dalton! Marianne, marriage ended with Hilda, Bernadetta's my new wife. Alright, so we got Hubert and Lysithea and Lysithea and Ferd.
The Empire sweets truly are a delight.
Oh yeah, Hubert's been giving
Might
Lysithea
I
sweets
interest
from
you in a cup
Edelgard.
of coffee? It cuts through the sweetness of the treats perfectly.
No, I'm good. Honestly, I don't understand how you can drink that all the time. It's so bitter.
Well, I suppose one with a youthful tongue would not care for it. Yet the
Oh, I don't like that
bitterness, the
description.
deep richness, the subtle acidity. Oh, and I'm not treating you like a child here. I am merely discussing different palates.
I'm not a child, and neither is my tongue. Now give me
Oh.
some of that coffee.
Yikes.
Are you all right, Lysithea? Here, wipe your mouth. I fear
Hubert
that
is giving
attempt
Major
was
Dad
ill-advised.
energy.
If you wish to enjoy coffee, you must first modify
I think
it
he and
to your
Edelgard
liking.
have adopted Lysithea.
Perhaps we might try adding sugar and goat's milk. It would mellow the flavor and add sweetness.
Yes, please. There's something I'm curious about, Hubert.
And what might that be?
Why are you being so kind and indulgent to me and only me? Compared to
Because
how
you
you treat
remind
other
him
people,
of
it's clearly
Edelgard.
strange.
And what if I were doing so because Her Majesty had commanded me to pay particular attention to you?
Lie.
Huh? She did? I mean, even if she did do that, you're still being far nicer to me than you have to be.
If I tell you, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone. I will erase you if this gets out. Permanently.
I will erase you?
You'll erase me? Well, all right. I promise to keep it a secret until the day I die. Is that good enough?
It will do. I have a younger sister. One the
Since
same
when?
age as you. The pair of you have similar personalities, so perhaps I end up
Since
doting on you
when?
for this reason.
Does she know you killed your dad?
Why doesn't anyone know?
I conceal my family's existence as much as possible to avoid their becoming a liability. I also have a mother and little brother.
Oh my
Yet you
gosh, so his
certainly
mom
do not
is
know
alive.
The first thing about them either.
I suppose it would be strange for a noble like yourself to not have a single relative. Still, it's surprising you'd keep it under wraps from even your close friends and comrades.
It is my business. Regardless. I imagine that is the reason.
Yeah, like
I
Hubert just has a
unconsciously end up
secret
favoring you
family
as
this
I
whole
do.
time. I thought he was an only child and both
So
his
you
parents
aren't
were
treating
dead.
me as a child, but a little sister? Well, if that's the case, and considering how much older you are than me, I suppose I can allow it.
He's like Eloise,
Oh,
but
that
the
will not
opposite,
do.
Lucy.
My sister would be most indignant if I were to treat anyone other than her as such. Ergo, I will simply have to exercise more caution and refrain from treating you as anything other than a normal child.
If it would make your sister upset, then... What?
Can you imagine
mean,
Hubert's
treat
little
me like a
sister?
child?
Is it his little sister like
Oh,
Severa?
Dear, I let it slip. It appears my tongue is the one that still has some maturing to do.
Okay, well, that deep Hubert lore that I was not expecting. Hubert has a whole secret family. Where are they? What are their names? How has he been able to keep them a secret this long? The fan fiction we can get from this, right? Like, was this in the original? Or did they decide to add that? Like, was that in the background of Hubert's character this whole time? Or did they just go, this would be interesting? There's Lubert and Hubert. And Mumbert. Does Hubert have kids too? How do we know? Hubert's just like, you remind me of my daughter. And everyone's just like, what? Well, that was certainly interesting. I guess it makes sense because, well, first off, I mean, Hubert is the way that he is, but also him being kind of the, like, I don't know if second in command would be the right title, but I know he's Edelgard's, like, retainer, but him being so high up would put his family at risk. So it makes sense that he would hide them. Brain melting lore we just got. I wonder how his mother and siblings feel about the fact that he murdered his dad. Do they know? Did they help? Who knows? He's basically her spy master. Yeah, pretty much. Hubert's son, Sunbert. This Bert definitely helped. Dead Bert, that's dad. They probably cheered him on. Well, I like to think
The
Hubert's
tea
little
is
sister is the mini
delicious,
Hubert. I
and
hope
though
so.
it's not quite sweet enough for me, it has a lovely aroma.
Can you take that PNG off of
you
Lysithia's
noticed.
face?
Yes, I added some rare rose nectar.
That explains the unique flavor. I rather like it.
As the saying goes, the richer the nectar, the richer the time spent with your companion.
No one says that, Ferd.
Yes, and it goes so well with the treats that... Oh no! We've eaten them all!
Sadly, I fear that is all we have. Sweet treats are rather difficult to come by in these dark times. But if there is anything else you desire, I will endeavor to provide it.
If there are no more treats to be had, I feel our tea is complete. Good day.
I don't want to spend time with you anymore. You don't have any cookies.
Have treats, but surely there are matters on your mind you might like to discuss?
No. Again, good day.
Lysithea.
No, bye.
I know you do not want to talk about it, but I am aware of a certain anxiousness on your part when it comes to joining the common folk.
I don't know who you heard that absurd idea from, but it's certainly not true. It's true that I seek to become a commoner. So when the war is over, I intend to relinquish my peerage and live peacefully with my parents. But anxious? Perish the thought.
Yet you must be wrestling with serious matters indeed if you are willing to surrender your title. And you must have at least some unease about what sort of life a commoner leads. From what I hear, every noble who is descended in status is suffering, without exception. If such a future awaits you,
doing pretty well.
It is surely just cause for a concern or two.
You speak of fallen nobles who had their ranks stripped for one reason or another. I'm surrendering the trappings of nobility because it's what I want. Don't lump us together.
I see. Well then, if I might raise a final point. What if you become a commoner and live a life which transcends the barrier between the two classes? You have experience as a noble of some quality, and it would be a terrible waste to see that buried once you join the proletariat. You would bring a unique perspective to your new position, and you could use it to change this world. The nobility will certainly listen to any suggestions you have to improve the lives of the public.
Yes, yes, it's all a very pretty thought. But it is meaningless for me. It's the duty of nobility to worry about what is best for commoners and the world at large,
Bird
no?
would use the word proletariat.
I can no longer accept responsibility for things in Fodlan. All I can do is be close to my parents and live out what life remains to me in peace.
Lysithea,
Your tea was exceptional. Thank you.
Yeah, he's trying to understand. Lysithea has a unique situation. Love that Lysithea supports with the left and right hand of Edelgard. Also wild that her and Mercy's chain is exclusive to this route. Oh, really? Huh. I must bribe her with more cookies. What if Hubert has a wife descended from the Scumdad family and so their son's name is Scum Sunbird? Oh no. Oh, Mercy has one with Caspar. And... oh, she only has one with Euritza and A. Okay. Well. Start with cheese.
You're a lifesaver, Mercedes. Could you help me tend to this soldier's wounds next?
Lady Mercedes, where would you like me to put this?
Oh, yes, just a moment, please.
You really have your hands full, Mercedes. Anything I can pitch in on?
Oh, goodness. I appreciate your offer, but I couldn't possibly ask you to take time out of your day to assist me in these tasks.
Hey, don't be like that. Anyone who's still got the legs to stand on after a battle needs to do whatever they can to help. I'm no physician, but I can at least help get some of this stuff organized.
But you only just returned from combat yourself. Aren't you exhausted?
I guess we were fighting.
Hey, I could turn that question right back on you. You were there fighting with us that whole time.
I suppose that's true. But are you sure you don't mind lending a hand?
Sure as anything. Just tell me what to do, and I'll be on it before you can even blink.
In that case, there's a box over at the training grounds. Would you mind getting it? There should be bandages and medicine inside, so you'll be able to tell which one it is just by opening the lid.
Got it. Be right back.
Her Three Hopes design is perfect. It really is.
Oh my! Wait just a minute.
What's up?
Give me your right hand.
Okay.
I knew it. You're injured. Here, I can patch this up in a
Was
jiffy
she's
with my
just
healing
bleeding
magic.
out?
Oh, it's all better. Thanks, Mercedes.
You need to speak up from now on if you're hurt, all right? Don't be so nonchalant about your health.
Hey, I could say the same thing about... Actually, never mind. Anyway, it should be
He's
easier
got
to carry
that
that box
Crom
now.
energy.
Thanks again, Mercedes.
No, thank you for offering to help. Oh, and take all the time you need. There's no rush.
Mercy being wholesome as always.
Mercedes, got a sec?
Hello, Caspar. What do you need?
He needs a new
I wanted to ask you
haircut.
something about Professor Yuritsa. He's your little brother, yeah?
Yes, that's right. What of it?
Wait,
Nothing.
if you hold on a
Except that
second.
I've challenged him
If
a
you
bunch
pick
of
Blue
times and he
Lions,
keeps wiping the floor with me.
if you pick Blue Lions and Yuritsa's the teacher, then Mercedes' teacher is her little brother. I just had that realization. Because, yeah, Yuritsa's still the That's weird.
So I thought maybe you might know some special way I could train to beat him, seeing as you're his sister and all.
But the mask perfect is gone.
A way to beat Yuritsa. Oh, I have it.
All right, lay it on me.
Here, follow me.
I don't think this is going very well.
Please allow me. There, see? If you do it like so, it's actually quite simple.
Yeah, that's actually... Wait, no! How is baking supposed to help me beat Professor Yuritsa?
He has a weakness for sweets.
Because we're making treats.
Oh, I see. Again,
Caspar, you didn't think to
how
ask
does that help?
at the beginning of this?
Unless... Hang on. Are these actually magic treats that fill me with unimaginable strength?
The treats do not have drugs in
I
them,
don't
no,
want to win
Caspar.
like that. It's cheating.
You're so amusing, Caspar.
You're so
there are
dumb,
no
Caspar.
magical treats that do such a thing. Look here. They're almost done, so watch what I do very carefully.
Whoa! These look amazing! But again, and I hate to keep repeating myself here, how does this help me beat Professor Yuritsa? Is there some kind of terrible secret in the method? Black magic in the brown
We are not
sugar,
poisoning Yuritsa.
Oh, Caspar, there's no secret. Yuritsa has loved sweets for the longest time, but he's terrible when it comes to making them. So if you can make a better sweet treat than he, I'm sure he'll be vexed and acknowledge his defeat.
I'm trying to beat him in combat, not baking!
I guess Mercy just assumed that Caspar would never beat Iritsa in combat, so she's like, here's something you can do, sweetie. Alright. Man, Ash does not have much.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing?
It's me.
Hey, Ash. Not much.
Thieves.
Just perusing this tactics book. Have you read it before?
I sure have. It was popular in Leicester a few years back, if I remember right. I picked it up myself back at the monastery, but it was so dense it took me ages to finish.
It's a pretty tough one, I'll give you that. But there's some great stuff in here too, if you can get past the writing.
Was it written by
You
Scumdad?
were born in a remote mountain village in Ordelia territory, right?
Yeah. What's your point?
I guess I'm just impressed you can handle such an obtuse book, given your upbringing.
Oh, we must have seen this, because I'm getting
nobles
deja
and the
vu.
children of rich
Did we see
families
this
are taught to
in
read
Blue
by
Lions?
default, but most commoners never get the opportunity.
I think we did.
Honestly, I've been wondering who taught you ever since our time at the academy. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm just curious.
Nah, it's fine. I learned from my mom. Adoptive mom, that is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw this.
Looking back on it now, it is kind of weird that someone as smart as her was off living in the middle of nowhere like that.
Well, I'm sure she must have had a reason for being there.
I'm very curious about Cheese's
Hard
mom.
to say. She never liked talking
Like,
about her past.
I
so
wonder
I
if
don't know
she's
much
gonna be
beyond what I saw
important.
for myself.
Or if
Very
she's a
least,
character
it's
that we
obvious she
know
was
or have
well
heard of.
educated. That's clear just from looking at you. Not only can you read and write, but you know arithmetic and how to navigate with a map, too. In that sense, you're not so different from the average noble or knight raised in the lap of luxury.
The quotes in this book are great. I hate this fucker Crom. He's so stupid, really hot, though. Scumdad's notes on the margins.
You really think? Yeesh, you're gonna make a gal blush. I only have my mom to thank for
Cheese
raising
and
me
Bernie
so
are purple
well,
hair
though.
sisters. Well, Hubert has a secret family, so maybe maybe we're also related to
You know,
Hubert.
I didn't know how to read myself until I met Lenato.
Huh. Now that you mention it, I never really saw the other mercs in my company with a book in their hands. Except for the captain, of course. Makes me wonder where my mom learned all that. But it's not like I
Are
can
we
ask her
sis,
now.
Bert?
She's gone.
Oh.
Were we Hubert's younger sister all along? What a twist. Look at that! So close. And that! Your real name is Shezbert.
You wanted to talk, Monica? This is an interesting choice of location.
I hear you've been going above and beyond lately. That you perform
Did
miracles
she bring us here to
each
kill
time
us?
you set foot on the battlefield.
Why are you complimenting me all of a sudden? I mean, things
This-
have been
I am
going
unsettled.
well, but...
What is this?
Oh, I assure you, I have no ulterior motive. You've helped me out a great deal too, after all.
Hmm.
Even Her Majesty praises your fine work.
Oh, God.
She
Oh,
talks about
Monica.
you so much, in fact, I'm more than a little sick of hearing
This
your
is-
name.
This is like
She talks about me
Tharja
that
turned up
much?
to an 11.
Wait a sec. You aren't jealous, are you? That wouldn't make any sense.
Indeed it wouldn't. Why in the world would I be jealous of you? After all,
You are merely Her Majesty's subordinate. Your relationship
Isn't
will
everyone?
never transcend the bounds of master and servant. It will never reach the depths of meaning that Her Majesty and I share.
Oh dear. If you recall, in the last support between Edelgard and Monica, Edelgard was like, yeah, I wasn't really saving you specifically. It just kind of worked out that way. Best not provoke her further. Was it a warning? Monica just makes me uncomfortable. Me too, Umbreons. She's sort of like a more... She's like a Catherine Tharja combo. Well, she's definitely jealous. Let's do it.
So you are jealous.
In what way? I am merely telling you the truth as
He did
I
drag
see
us to a dark alley.
It never even crossed my mind how irritatingly close you and Her Majesty are. Not once.
Listen, Her Majesty is in love with Byleth, so we're just friends.
Yeah, you basically just admitted it.
I certainly did not.
You did.
Stars,
you
you're
said you were
in.
jealous that Edelgard and I are so
Here you go.
close.
The word jealous never traversed my lips.
You sure you're not, though?
Perhaps a little.
That's what I thought.
But so what if I am? I have always been Her Majesty's most devoted admirer.
Is that true though, or did that just
Hubert
start
is
after
one
she
thing,
was
but
saved?
You're just a run-of-the-mill mercenary.
Rude.
To think Her Majesty has uttered your name more times than she has mine, it makes me want to scream my lungs out.
You've been counting?
Where's the walk away option? She always had a crush on her. It only deepened after she was saved. Oh, okay. She always has? Alright. Well... Still. This can't be healthy in my opinion. I mean, I agree with that, but she's not gonna take that very well. I don't think she's gonna take any of these very well. This seems... I don't want to, like, trivialize it. I guess we'll go with this.
Why even keep score? It's not a contest. All this worrying is just gonna stress you out.
Rejected
good.
option. Stare
I
at
still
her
keep
while
track even if I'm
kissing
not worried.
Edelgard.
I cannot help it.
Just dead eye stare.
I can't believe it has come to this. I have no other choice but to ask for your help.
What's come to what now?
I will just have to show you.
No,
Come on, let's go.
no. No, where are we going? Where's the rest of that? Oh dear. Okay. Oh, Monica. Oh, Petra has a few. I guess I was using her a lot.
This war is
Just
getting
Monica.
more brutal with each passing day. If I don't learn to adapt, I'll never survive. Maybe if I work on my bow skills, I can get good enough to fight from a safe distance.
Bernie, you are an amazing
I wonder if
archer.
Petra would teach me. I
Already.
mean, she doesn't hate me, so that must mean we sort of get along.
No one hates
You are
Bernie
needing
in
my
this
help,
army.
Bernadetta? Petra! Were you there this whole time?
For enough time. I am also thinking we are getting along.
You do? Aw, Petra! But I mean, I actually could use your help. I want to get better with the bows, so I was thinking maybe you could give me some intensive training? But I mean, you really don't have to. It's fine.
Aww.
Of course. It would give me delight. But there is one concern I am having.
Oh, it's the fact that I'm horribly untalented, isn't it?
What?
No, you are not without talent.
Untrue.
I have seen you being very light upon your feet. But it is only when you are feeling threatened. So, for you to have the greatest improvement, I must be giving you fear when I am training you.
Okay. But maybe you could be threatening in a non-threatening way?
That could be done, but then you would not be having improvement. Terror is what you are needing for this.
Stop fighting with auto mod.
I don't think I like the sound of that.
Then we must be forgetting this idea. I do not want your heart to be giving out.
Hey, come on! I'm not completely afraid of applying myself, you know?
If we are doing this intensive training, you will have to be facing the trial of wind. I am thinking you lack the readiness you need.
The trial of wind? You know what? Do your worst. My heart can take whatever you dish out and chew it into little tiny pieces.
Very well. Once we have our beginning, I will not relent. I hope you have offered your prayers today.
On second thought, maybe we should discuss this just a little more.
Where's the camera going? Where's the camera going?
Petra, enough! Cease! Your arrows are just one big blur!
Now it is time for seriousness. 100 arrows from behind.
I thought we were already serious! Is this the afterlife? Am I dead?
You have done it, Bernadetta! You are the survivor of Bridget's fearsome trial by wind.
That sounded very dangerous.
What does that even mean?
This training is meant to be testing our resolve, just as the spirits do. Warriors of Bridget who are surviving the trial receive the blessings of the wind spirits. You have passed. Now the spirits will be with you always, and guiding your arrows.
I passed? Yes! You go, Bernie! But actually, I'm just happy to get your approval here. It feels nice.
It is the approval of the wind spirits, not mine. But I am sharing in your happiness all the same.
Aw. Petra just put Bernie through a death trial? That's what it sounds like, doesn't it?
And that's the situation. Now put
Oh,
your head down
Daddy
and see it
Burgley
done.
is back, I guess.
Leave it to me. I can do this blindfolded.
And don't neglect your night training. You'll be a wreck in the morning if you don't put the hours in.
What kind of lazy jerk do you take me for? Of course I'd never skip my training.
Very good. Well, I must be going. It seems you have a visitor anyway, so farewell.
Oh, this is awkward, because didn't
Wait,
Caspar's dad
a
kill her
visitor?
dad?
Oh, hey, Petra. Sorry, were you waiting for me? What can I do for you?
Uh-oh.
Everything all right? You don't look so good.
I am well.
I
You
am
have my
wanting to
thanks
be
for your
murdering your
concern.
father.
You sure? I can walk you to the infirmary. I think Professor Manuela is in, actually.
No, I am well. Do not be troubling yourself.
If you say so.
I do. Caspar, I was not realizing that your father was visiting.
Yeah, he dropped by to talk to Edelgard and some of the others. Guy's so busy he hardly stays in any one place for more than a few hours.
I must be remembering that.
Oh, you have some business with him?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Hey, sorry, but did you need me for something?
You plotting his assassination?
Huh? Oh, Edelgard is needing you. I was coming to tell you. She appeared quite upset. Her composure was almost lost.
Wait, she's mad at me? Oh no, I totally forgot she wanted to see me! Thanks, Petra, you're a lifesaver!
One day, I will be having revenge. Leopold von Bergles, you will be ruining the day you stole my father's life.
Well, this is certainly a turn because, number one, I'm pretty sure Caspar was very aware of what happened between their fathers, so did they just retcon that? Also, Petra didn't care in Three Houses. I mean, she cared, but not like that. Not like, oh, I want revenge. It was more like, you know, I don't blame you from what happened between our fathers. So this is much darker. But Caspar is stupid. You need to remember that. Caspar only found out recently during the school term. Oh, okay, and since they didn't go through school normally, he doesn't know. He learned about it. Don't think he looked into it in this timeline. I remember that the game is AU. I know that, but there are some things that are pretty much the same, and then there's some things that have deviated. Could be she doesn't blame Caspar, but she does blame his father. That's true, but we didn't really see any aggression from her towards him that I can remember. Didn't hold it against the later generations, but I imagine actually seeing the man himself. Caspar didn't have enough interaction with Petra here. Petra didn't have to face Count Bergles in Three Houses. Interesting. Although, most of their support chain in Three Houses and Three Hopes is just about their parents. Which, I mean, it makes sense, but we never see Caspar's dad in Houses. We don't, but he does visit at one point, or at least Caspar refers to him visiting at one point to talk with Edelgard.
Sand, rain, river? Is he writing of the weather?
Are you all right, Petra? That's quite the noise.
She has
that just
dialogue
came
with Count
flying out
Bergles
of
on
your
the rescue.
diaphragm.
I think we didn't have her when
Perhaps
we
you can be helping
did that
me.
battle.
This letter is giving me much difficulty.
The letter, is it?
I mean, like, we didn't
I was
have
under
her
the
in.
impression that you had no trouble reading the language of
She was
Fodlan.
benched.
I also had that thought, but this page is not making sense. Can you be reading it for me?
What? Oh, no, I couldn't. This is a private matter. I mean, I don't even know who it's from.
But I cannot be writing back if I do not know what they are saying. Please, do this favor for me.
See you later,
Oh,
Kiwi.
Very well. Let me have a look. Goodness, no wonder you struggled with this. It couldn't be more archaic. Right, well, let me give this a shot. Yon world is endless sand, and I but a parched grain air upon its bosom. O beauty, was it the western wind which brought thee hither, merciful rain? Soft, my river o'erfloweth. Petra, is this a love letter?
That is a possibility, but I do not have certainty.
Okay, you definitely should have mentioned that before I started reading this.
Well,
too late now, I suppose.
Indeed. I am blaming the letter. If no one can have understanding of it, the writer is a waster of paper.
Well, it's not that I don't understand so much as... Look, let me just give this back to you.
You have understanding? You must be teaching me.
Oh, very well. The writer is using archaic speech to express his love for you through metaphor.
All right, who wrote it?
So much so that I would say they have gone and spoiled the whole thing.
Ignatz.
So he has passion? I am pleased, although I have little knowledge of the letter's writer.
Really? From what he's written here, it sounds as if he sees you every day. Also, the letter is absolutely rife with mistakes. Take this passage, for example. I think he mentioned the western wind in an effort to evoke Brigid, but it's actually the southern wind that brings rain. Besides which, the merciful rain is a gift from the goddess. This paramour of yours shouldn't be tossing such sacrilegious comparisons about. And I won't even ask how a grain can be parched, let alone turn into an overflowing
Fighter number
river.
8. Birdie vibes?
Richness and color. I wish I could be reading them as well
that's a
as
good
you.
point.
Trust
Ferd
me,
or
it's nothing
Lorenz,
special.
maybe?
Well-crafted writing has layers. This just has apostrophes. So, are you planning to write him back?
This has been a most painful lesson of how little I am knowing. I must be reading many books to study the old speech of Fodlan before making my reply.
I sure hope she doesn't
Yeah,
plan
Ferd
on
did try
writing him back in
the
same
song.
style, or they're going to end up talking right past each other.
Linhardt's in the middle of this, like, do you like me? Check yes or no. Or just someone writing it as a troll. That would be pretty cruel. It's Caspar, he's dumb. Ferdy's right there. We know what you did. He is right there. You know what makes me want to take a nap? Linhardt.
Fancy running into you here. How are you acclimating to life in Her Majesty's army? We are
Hubert
constantly
looks so
traveling all
tall.
across Fodlan, so I'm sure there is a lot to adjust to.
I find myself being cold often, but the others have shown great kindness in telling me what to expect. I have no troubles.
Marvelous. I want
Talk
nothing more
off
than for you to fit in and feel comfortable. Know that there is a permanent place for you in this army, if you so desire.
No, I will be returning to Brigid when the war is finished. I am going to be
Plot
queen.
twist, it was Hubert.
That day is approaching with quickness.
I hope it wasn't Hubert.
Yes, I am very much aware. And upon your coronation, Brigid will be released from its vassalage to the Empire. Her Majesty and your grandfather have agreed to this in secret.
For having
interesting.
consideration of Brigid's interests, I give Lady Edelgard and Duke Gert my gratitude.
Oh, the girth
As
is
I
back.
understand it, the Minister of Foreign Affairs pursued this particular policy most vigorously. He has met with far more success, now that Lord Arundel is no longer around to impede him. I might even go so far as to say the Duke looks like a new man.
A new man? No, he's still being the same man.
Well, yes. I suppose you have me there. Regardless, I do hope that you can forgive us. Though we would very much like to make our agreement with Brigid public, doing so now would be most unwise.
I have understanding. The war of 7 years ago still has freshness in the minds of many. You do not want to give them cause for anger when this war has not reached its finish yet.
I'm glad you appreciate the situation, as I was certain you would.
But All in Brigid have knowledge of our agreement. Every man, woman, and child. If it is broken, they will have knowledge of that as well. Blood would be spilling.
Petra? Was that a threat?
Not a threat.
Hubert's like, I love threats.
Concern. I know I can place trust in the word of the Empire. The Emperor would never be breaking a promise. Would she, Hubert?
What? I beg your pardon, Queen Petra. Clearly I failed to realize that you had already ascended the throne. Rest assured, our promise will be kept. If Her Majesty and yourself are any example, the Empire and Brigid will support each other and walk into the future side by side.
And I have certainty that you will be there, witnessing it.
Flirty vibes. Making me hot and bothered, Petra. I love threats. Hubert gets turned on when he gets threatened. Oh my god. Could see him saying something like that to Edelgard, like, can you just threaten me? And she's like, what are you talking about, Hubert? Anyone else think Hubert's nicer in this timeline? A bit, yes. Yeah, I was gonna argue that too, Arthurian. He's nice here because the absence of those who slither in the dark on his shoulder. Yeah, I think that caused a lot of stress because obviously they didn't trust them, nor did they really want to work with them. So I wonder if that put extra pressure on Hubert. Took that as he was mocking her? I don't think he was. I think he's impressed. I think he's more impressed with her. Would you please threaten me, Your Majesty?
This war is going on and on. Do you think we will ever have sight of the end?
Yeah, I do. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but it's definitely out there on the horizon.
It will be good to be putting this war behind us. When the war is finished, what are you wishing to do?
That's a pretty big question.
Then I will give more clarity. How will you be supporting yourself when your contract is completed?
I'm making bank right now, so
you could come to Brigid with me.
Wait, seriously? I thought you were just pulling my leg about that.
I would never be pulling your legs. Also, I am speaking with seriousness. After losing the war with the Empire, Brigid was forced into becoming a vassal state. But this war is giving Brigid the chance to stand on equal feet again. We will be opening our borders to
This is some good music.
The exchanges between us will flourish.
Like,
I am needing a person I can trust to give me help with this.
And hopeful.
Please, accept my apologies if the offer was given with too much suddenness.
No, it's not that. I was just taking a moment to admire you.
Aww.
This war has been particularly ugly, and it seems like we're tearing each other apart on a daily basis. But people like you and Edelgard are already thinking about what comes next, how to plan for it. You're every bit the ruler they are.
No, I am different. I am the Queen of Brigid. We are the proud Isles, placed upon the sea by the spirits, who are watching over us to this day. Our future has the brightness of the sun. I am hoping you will be at my side as we are shaping it.
Express interest.
Powerful words. And I'm happy you put that much stock in me. Honestly, it's a good fit. I've got nothing tying me down. No family, no titles, no property to speak of.
I am not asking for your answer in this moment. I know your sword is sold right now. But
But
when
my
this war
heart
is
isn't.
over, I hope the making of a decision is at the top of your to-be-doing list. That is why I am approaching you so early, because I am very, very sneaky.
Fair enough. I'll keep that in mind.
Aw, cute.
And I don't blame you for trying to sneak ahead of the competition. Honestly, I'm kind of flattered. So, how about this? Let's both make it through this war unscathed and decide what comes next together.
Aw, that's really cute. I can see why a bunch of you guys, like, romanced or special friended, or however they put it, Petra in this one. A good day to you, my fellow Adrestian Empire supporter. Hell yeah! Been watching the VODs on YouTube, wanted to greet you on stream once. Well, welcome, Frostlancer. Only on part 7 of the VODs. I'm a bit curious how far behind I am. I don't think you're that far. I have one scheduled for tomorrow, and that's the latest one, and then there's this one. I think tomorrow is part 10? Is it part 10? I think tomorrow's is part 10. So there's a couple in there. We're on chapter 10 currently. We just had a ton of supports to go through. Petra got a much larger role in Three Hopes, and I love it. I love it too. Love how savvy they made Petra here. She's trying to poach Shez away from Edelgard. She is. Edelgard's gonna be fine. She's gonna have Byleth. If we're saying Edelgard is for Byleth, there's another single queen here that she can take. That's right. Yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna, like, special friend, support, whatever they call it. I don't know. Petra's up there. Petra and Hubert right now would probably be... Or maybe Manuela, since she keeps teasing me. But no, I actually don't see much of Shez and Edelgard in the text being, like, a lot of romantic support. They seem like they're just friends. Like, Edelgard and Byleth, different story. But Edelgard and Shez seem like they're much more platonic. Alright, Dorothea and Hubert.
I wonder when I'll be able to return to Enbar.
Greetings, Dorothea. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, you're fine. I was just having myself a little think. So, what do you need?
I come with a matter involving the opera company of which you were once a member.
What's wrong? What happened?
Nothing drastic, I assure you. A letter addressed to you arrived, and finding myself with a moment to spare, I decided to deliver it personally.
Did you read it, Hubert?
And as I was also hoping to speak with you about the company, the trip serves a dual purpose.
Okay, don't scare me like that, Hubert.
Is Hubert secretly an opera stan?
Since you were coming here in person.
He has a secret family.
My apologies. Let your heart be at ease. Now then, I wish to discuss the matter of your return to the opera company.
I'm pretty sure I said I wasn't going back.
That is not what I refer to. Well, it is and it isn't. You have no love of violence, and in fact care little enough for it that the mere sight of someone in pain nearly rends your poor heart in two. Further, I am aware that you received numerous invitations to return to the company.
His secret family loves the opera.
Despite that, you continue to remain here on the front lines of the war. I find this choice curious.
Okay, that's a fair point. I honestly have given some thought about returning to the company. Touring across the land with them and using music to heal weary hearts sounds wonderful.
But?
And if I did make that choice, it would be a different way to help Edelgard and everyone else.
But?
You agree, right?
Indeed. I should think it terribly useful work.
But even so, I can't abandon the actual fight when all of you are still here. The thought of being safe and sound while my friends risk their lives isn't something I'm comfortable with. Does that make sense?
It does. And I even share your feelings to a degree. However, we could always summon your opera company to the front so that you could use your diva talents to motivate our troops. Surely you have considered this possibility?
Hubert's like, this army needs some dancers.
You really see through everything, Hubie. It's vexing. But fine, there's another reason. I want to support 80 as a commoner. If I were here in the position of an opera diva, I wouldn't be treated like one anymore. I want to be here fighting as a representative of the peasant class. However selfish it might be, I feel this is the best way to help 80 as she tries to erase the gap between nobles and commoners.
Well, this is a surprise. You choose the path of hardship for the sake of your emperor. Truly, I have undersold your resolve.
Oh, but there is one more reason.
Still more?
Edelgard's cute.
There are quite a few young nobles here. Dependable ones with quality futures ahead of them. And they're a lot more attractive than the doormats who flutter about us divas in the capital.
Damn!
Yes, that does seem important.
Doormats.
You are stronger than I gave you credit for, Dorothea. And you have earned my respect this day.
Hubert respects anyone here for the cause. Attractive ones like Hubert. One of them is Edelgard, but don't tell Hubert that. Has Dorothea ever said Edelgard in full? Yeah, she usually doesn't. The support gives great insight into Dorothea. It really does, because Dorothea definitely does not enjoy any part of the war after time skip. I mean, not that like a lot of them enjoy it, but she clearly doesn't enjoy fighting. I'm imagining Hubert dressed as the mailman from the Zelda game. Love this game so much. In fact, it might be my favorite Switch game right now. My only issue is that the Fist class is gender locked. Yeah, I wish the classes weren't gender locked. Kind of a bummer. Because 80's route second in 3 houses is I do respect her cause more than the other 3 options.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
Wow.
How was that?
It gives me nostalgia.
Yeah, good. Still the same reaction, huh?
Sorry, me and singing just don't mix very well. Though, it did make me feel warm inside.
That song has lyrics.
Kinda
She
like
could
I
have
was a
sung the
kid again
lyrics.
with my mom.
Hey, you do get it. That was a lullaby from a long, long time ago. Nowadays, nobody remembers the lyrics, though. Or sings it to their children, for that matter.
The deep lore of the theme
A
song?
lullaby, huh? I guess that's why it took me back the way it did. But wait, if nobody knows the words, how are you so sure that's even what it is? Just from how it sounds?
Well, there was this scholar who researched it a few years ago and said as much. Couldn't tell you if they were right, though.
Huh. It's a simple song and honestly pretty repetitive, but I don't really mind. I mean, a complicated song that's always changing is basically impossible to remember, so I'd take this over that any day of the week.
I'm glad to hear you giving music a little more thought now.
And I'm glad I've had so many chances to listen to you sing. Your voice touches people, Dorothea, even if they don't have the knowledge to really appreciate the high-level art of it. I mean, look at me. Bottom of the barrel, and you still practically move me to tears.
Oh, come now, don't talk about yourself like that.
It doesn't really bother me.
Oh, I did not see that,
I'm not
Dalton.
wrong, am
Gengar
I?
Squishmallow?
No birth parents, no real background to speak of. The whole wandering merc gig. It is what it is.
That's quite the positive attitude.
I wonder if her parents
I'll
are going to come
try
into
a little
play.
bit of that myself
Or her
sometime.
adopted mom. There's a lot of parents that could come into play.
Meantime, I've once again been able to rethink my singing thanks
important.
to you.
And for
I
all we
lost
know,
much of my emotion about
they
the
could be
craft
Hubert's
during my time
family.
as a diva, but I can feel it coming back now.
You really are incredible, you know that?
How do you mean?
I don't know. There's just something beautiful about the way you speak. It's like your thoughts just come out of your mouth fully formed, almost perfect, then find their way straight into people's hearts. Probably has something to do with all the training you did to become a diva, and all the training you've continued doing since. Meanwhile, here I am struggling to even make proper sentences when I try to talk about your singing.
Thank you for the kind words. It makes me feel a lot better hearing you say those things about me. But for the record, I don't think you're bad with words at all. Even your little speech now was the definition of smooth. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were trying to flirt with me.
Jesus is just flirting with everyone today. Almost got you to go special friending. Yeah, that was a good one. Special friending. In before at the end of this route, she says a master's in music theory. Oh no, Cheese is trying to get into the Doro Petra, make it polycule. She's gonna insert herself into that ship. Alright, so Bernie's got one with Linhart. The one with Dorothea is still locked, so something must happen in the story before we can get that. Curious as to what it is.
I'm tired. Time to find a good spot for a nap.
I'm shocked.
Bernadetta? Why are you skulking in the weeds?
No reason! Not getting in the way of two people's love at all! No, sir!
Huh? But I'm alone here. I see. That.
Yeah, that! I was
What
out
is she? I
walking
thought
when
she was like
saw
petting
them.
a cat. What's she doing?
A man and a woman together in the woods, getting, heated.
What?
Well, neither of them seems to be dead yet.
They're on a secret date, you dummy! Not fighting!
Regardless, how does two lovers stealing a moment alone lead to you curled up here in the fetal position?
Because I'm hiding! I mean, if
In
I messed
plain
up their
sight?
date, they might try to get revenge on me!
Relax. To them, you're no different than a pebble on the side of the road.
Hey, I'm not a pebble! I mean, sure,
Sounds like
sometimes
Crom
I wish
and
I was
Scummy.
just a rock, but...
Then
She's
just
doing
roll away
research.
quietly and you'll be fine.
Just roll away quietly.
I hope she takes that literally and actually rolls away.
Wait, no! They'd see me! Stop trying to get me killed!
You guys are like, Automod is not
We've
happy
made
with any
enough
of you
racket
today.
over here to raise the dead, and they haven't even noticed. I think
What
it's
if it
safe
was
to say
Cheese
they're
and
off in their
Manuela
own
going
little
at
world.
it? That's the twist. That's what it
Still,
should be.
Good for them. Sharing words of love when either one could die tomorrow.
Wait, they could die tomorrow?
They're both soldiers who serve on the front lines. I
Now
doubt
your
a
magic
rosy
is a
future
Goron.
awaits them.
No!
Rolling
that's
around.
Not true! Couples swearing their love and defying destiny are a staple of classic fiction!
Sure, but the fact it wouldn't happen in reality is what makes it such a good story, right?
One of them is from Hubert's family.
Wait, but there are tons
Anyone
of
we
stories
don't
where
know
two
is now
people who
from
sworn
Hubert's
their love
secret family.
Don't ever meet again.
Likely because that's something people are familiar with from their own lives.
Okay, so which is it? I believe those two can be happy together, so they can, right?
I hope that's the case, but reality is cruel. Anyway, I've talked myself right to sleep.
Huh? Come on, don't sleep there!
Did Linhardt just fall over? Sure sounded like it.
Uh-oh. Guess I'd better try that turn into a pebble and roll away quietly plan.
An Edelgard reference. Birdie ships it. Yeah, she does. Birdie would.
Oh, hi.
Bernadetta, listen.
Hey, Melium.
I'm sorry about what happened back there.
Oh, it wasn't your fault. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
I didn't realize things could even go that bad. I'm glad we managed to get you in front of the meanest looking guy in my company. But that didn't last long before the nerves got to you. Quickest I've ever seen someone run, let me tell you.
And then I accidentally stepped on that horse's tail, so it started going wild and totally trashed the place. It'll probably take weeks for them to clean that up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you really did it this time, Bernie.
Hey,
we all make mistakes. Water under the bridge, you know?
How long is the horse's tail? Yeah, I was thinking that too.
thanks.
Like, was the horse lying down? How did she
That
step
aside,
on the
though,
horse's
you still
tail?
want to do something about your shyness, right? I can see why
Maybe
this
it's one
is
of
a
those
bigger
really furry
problem than your whole
horses. Do they have
staying
long
indoors
tails?
thing. Your anxieties can be quite the hurdle to overcome.
You're right. But hey, I haven't been keeping to myself at all lately. Bernie's out in the open.
Either way, now we know how things turn out when we try to force the issue. Looks like we're better off taking an incremental approach.
How's that work?
Well, we can start by having you hide nearby while I talk to someone you're afraid of. Then, I don't know, if the conversation gets interesting, maybe you can come out and join in?
I'm not going to care whether it's interesting or not. It doesn't matter if they're serious or boring or the most fascinating person in the world. All I care about is that they don't scare me.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be tough to manage on its own, huh?
Well, maybe the incremental approach won't actually be as hard as we think.
Really? How do you figure?
I mean, I did used to think you were pretty terrifying. But with all this stuff we've been doing together, I've actually gotten used to you. And now I'm not really shy around you, am I?
Wait, she was afraid of me. That's
Glad to hear
great.
you say it. I'd honestly be kind of sad if you were still afraid of me after all we've been through. Sounds like getting you used to people is the way to go after all.
Hey, hero.
Maybe you just have to spend a lot of time with someone before you get really comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Anyway, here's hoping you and I can keep getting closer, Bernadetta.
Right.
Cute. Caspar and cheese.
Wow, that was amazing! You really know your way around a sword!
Oh, hey, Caspar. You were looking pretty good yourself. Wait, haven't we had this conversation before?
I don't know. Must be because you're always sweeping the floor out there. Looks like I've still got my work cut out if I ever want to catch up to you.
Show some humility for once. Brag a lot.
You're right, you do. How's this? I'll keep winning, and you can keep eating my dust.
Hey, this thing's just kicking off, and I'm not going down without a fight. Anyway, let's get back to training. I'm gonna really knock your socks off this time.
Bring it on! Actually, hold on a sec.
Come on, what's the big idea? Trying to throw me off my game?
That's not it. I was just thinking, we've been training together a lot lately. But if we're doing all the same drills at all the same intensity, then aren't we just gonna get stronger at the same rate? Nobody's closing any gaps, that's for sure.
Oh, you do have a point. Yeah, definitely have a point. But you know what? I don't care.
You don't?
Nope. I mean, I don't want to run off and do some cool secret training without you.
With Hubert's
Sounds
secret
boring,
family?
if you ask me. Or sorta cheating? I want to face you head on. Same drills or not, I'm gonna blow past you no problem. Well, you fired up now?
Give him some sass.
Fired up? Friend, I'm the flames. And trust me, you're about to get burned.
Only one way to find out, and I'm putting my bet down on old Caspar.
It's incredible just how focused you are, Caspar. I'm honestly kind of impressed. There aren't many people like you joining up with mercenary groups, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah? I'd have no idea myself. But hey, let's both give this our best shot. The tougher we get, the quicker we can end this war once and for all.
And at the end of the day, that's the goal here. Let's never lose sight of that.
The DLC is a massive Hubert family tree spoiler. You guys have any suspicions for DLC? I think they'll do DLC. They'll do something with DLC. It looks like they would at least do outfits, because we had more in Three Houses, and it lets you swap them. And I would imagine that, I mean, since right now you can basically only swap between like academy stuff and their class outfits for the most part anyway. So I could see them doing other outfits. Maybe they'll do other characters, but I don't know who that would even be unless they would pull in some from other games, which would be kind of strange if they did that. I could see them doing maybe doing some maps. I'm not sure what they would do for a story because I haven't played through everything yet. I don't know how involved the church is, so I don't know if they would do something more focused on the church since we didn't get a church route this time. I don't know what they would do. Like, I don't think they would do anything with Ashen Wolves because the Ashen Wolves you just get. So, I don't know what kind of story they would do if they did something with Ashen Wolves. Playable Hubert relatives. Maybe the DLC will be the golden route some people seem to keep begging for. I'd be pretty surprised if they did that. But, I mean, who knows? Like Hanneman or the dads. Yeah, maybe a dad DLC where you play as all the dads. There are also some characters that are fully modeled and stuff, but aren't playable. Possibly a Shambhala Slither-related DLC where we get a bit of background for Shez, a la Cindered Shadows for Byleth. Oh, maybe. I think they'll do DLC. I'm just not sure what we're gonna get. Dad loadable content.
So in the end, it seems we're no closer to unveiling the truth about your powers.
You can say that again. At this rate, the war will be over and done with by the time we make any headway.
That would admittedly be cause for celebration, at least. Your power, like that of a crest, is undoubtedly meant to be wielded as an instrument of war. And as the tides of battle recede, your chances of encountering a life or death situation grow slimmer and slimmer. Therefore, you'll be forced to use your power less and less often. And that's probably for the best.
True. The less reason to unleash this on the world, the better.
You know, they say even a hero's relic, wielded by its corresponding crest bearer, will still drain a portion of that person's life.
What does that mean?
It's reasonable to suspect your power could have a similar impact on both your body and mind.
Hey, you're starting to scare me here. Honestly, I
Yeah,
was
let's
just
do
planning on
lore,
going
Lynn.
back to being a regular old mercenary after the war ends. Can't really imagine life without a blade in my hand, you know?
I should have guessed.
Like, does that
I
mean
imagine
that it
your
makes their
expert
lifespan
services will be
shorter,
in
or does
high
that just mean
demand
it
even
tires
once the
them out?
conflict is over. In fact, Edelgard herself seemed keen on asking you to settle down in Embar to support the Empire.
Really?
I don't know. I might fuck off to Bridget. I haven't
Not that I'm
decided
not
yet.
Flattered, of course, but putting down roots isn't really my thing.
No, I suppose not.
Someone in Blue Lines mentions it too.
Though I have to admit,
Huh.
it would put my mind at ease to have you by my side.
That's interesting.
Once this is all
It kind of
over.
makes sense.
You
Because
want
if you
me
think
by your
about it, the
side?
relics are
Would you
pretty...
care to elaborate on that?
Consider the possibilities.
Like the fact that they
a seemingly
exist
unarmed attendant who's able to produce a sword
and what they
in the blink
are.
of an eye.
Kind of like
It
dark
would be
magic
a
in
great
a
crime
way.
deterrent, don't you think? You'd prove quite handy on my travels.
Laugh off
I
the idea.
figured that's what you meant. A pure Linhart answer, if I've ever heard one. But how's that any different from a regular bodyguard? Seems like you could just hire one of those and be done with it.
Maybe so.
He wants
but
someone
I
to
don't wanna
carry
be
him when he
spending
takes
the
naps.
rest of my life with a random bodyguard, do I?
Hold on, what?
Wait, this was a proposal?
Oh, well, look at the time.
Excuse
It seems I've
me?
forgotten an urgent matter I need to attend to.
What?
Bye for now.
Linhart, you will not. No, Linhart, get back here.
Come back.
That was a proposal. Get back here. And he just fucking leaves. Lynn's looking for some of the cheese. Linhart, damn it. This Edelgard doesn't use a relic, so I guess she'll live longer. Well, her relic, Amir, is not an actual relic. It's a Those Who Slither creation, so I don't know if it would drain her life or not. Lynn was a lot more obvious if you get upset with him, really? Smooth Lynn. He literally ran away. Catherine also talks vaguely about it in houses. It drains their life a little. See, I thought it only affected you like that if you didn't have the corresponding crest, but I guess not. Reason I have a suspicion for Goldenrod is because someone modded the game to get unrecruited characters. It was coded in for people that were route locked to be able to have C supports with each other. Huh. Also have another idea I will say in the future when we're past the possibility of me spoiling anything. Well, thank you, Kay, for not spoiling. Maybe they will try. I mean, they tried with Fates, so maybe they will try a golden route. It would be interesting. I think they could do it, but you'd have to be... They'd really have to spend time and not rush it. You know? Want post-time skip 3 Houses outfits DLC? That would be cool. Alois DLC with an exclusive class where he keeps spamming dad jokes. Oh, God.
Oh, Edelgard. I'm glad I found you. Got a few?
Of course. What is it?
Well, remember how Hubert laid into me after the Knights of Saros raided Enbar? It got me thinking. What do I need to do for you to trust me again?
Nothing. Hubert and I stopped doubting you the moment that business was behind us. You worked tirelessly for me, and I'm grateful for that. So please, there's no need to worry.
Still, we have no idea when those who slither in the dark might try to interfere again. Honestly, it kind of feels like there's more I should be doing to help. Like I'm just floating around without a purpose or something.
Very well.
What if Cheese is a sleeper agent and Arval is just gonna like activate at some point and take over the way Sothis is trying to take over Byleth?
My top priority. Everyone's got a bone to pick with you, especially the church.
Especially the fandom. I mean, the church and those who slither in the dark.
After all, the Imperial Army's not gonna lose if we've got you at the top handing down orders. And I figure Hubert'll stay off my back as long as I put my energy into keeping you safe. Then you can lead us to victory, and we'll all live trustfully ever after.
Perhaps, but I think you're forgetting something. The only way to protect me is by staying at my side, and therein lies a conundrum.
I've heard Petra is trying to get you to go to Bridget.
Proof of my trust, without which you would have never earned such an opportunity in the first place.
Everyone's got a bone to pick with you while looking at the screen at the player. I think they knew what they were doing. I think they wrote some of this very pointedly. So we're not Edelgard's bodyguard. Well, Linhart wanted us to be his bodyguard, which meant marrying him. So is that what this means? What if Arval is actually Hubert's long-lost brother? The Hubert secret family is already becoming a meme. Edelgard going logic police and Cheese is mind blown. Honestly, can't imagine a golden round for 3 houses because of 3 characters, Rhea, Claude, and our girl, 80. I'd throw Dimitri in there. If only they practice communication skills, could we have a golden route? Yeah, I don't know. I'd be open to it just because, you know, I wouldn't mind a happy ending for everyone because I'm a sap like that sometimes. But it'd be hard to get it right, you know? Rather a prequel, honestly. I want a prequel. I really want a prequel. Stand there slack-jawed. Tell her you understand.
I know that. Still, I can't help but feel like that's what I've got to do to prove myself to you. Please, Edelgard. Even if it just means shielding you from your enemies.
Very well. Do as you will. In the meanwhile, I'll tell Hubert... Well, I'm not entirely sure what I will tell him.
Just step on him.
At the very least, we know those who slither in the dark are able to shapeshift at will. So, in a way, it doesn't matter who I choose to surround myself with. They could just as well turn out to be someone wholly different.
Thanks, Edelgard. I honestly could have sworn you were gonna say no.
Of course. What I truly want to know is why you'd risk your life just to earn my trust.
Do you really have to ask? You reshaped my entire life. Before I met you, I had nobody. I was nobody. But you still chose me of all people to command one of your armies. Now I can't walk down the street without people yelling my name. And I've got a great life surrounded by amazing friends. All of it possible because of you.
That's not true. You would not have earned this post if you lacked the talent.
Maybe now, but before you came along, nobody in the Empire gave a Pegasus's backside about talent. You gave me a seat at the table when no one else would.
Ah, I see.
If you want proof you've changed the world, just take a look at me. Because this gal, she's a whole new person thanks to you.
Besties. We're not even at that A yet. That was really cute. A is locked. Well then. Shit's going down if we got all these locks happening. We made it through all the support. There were so many. We made it. You get the golden route, but Edelgard has to marry Dimitri. Do you take it? No, they are siblings. Step siblings, but still no. Support was really good. Loving this. It's not even romantic. Yeah, like they can do non-romantic supports. I'm really glad that they are doing that because a lot of them in Awakening were sort of forced where you're like, these two characters don't seem like they should be able to S rank. And yet they do because they gave you so many options. But I much prefer when they deepen friendships instead of making everything romantic. Fates is very okay with marrying your siblings. Listen, this is not Fates. We got a support stream complete. Hell yeah. Could be less of a golden route, more of a work together for one goal route, like how you play Edelgard, Claude, and Dimitri in Cindered Shadows. That could be interesting. How would we get Rhea to not want to delete anyone who even slightly disagrees with her? Yeah, that would be Rhea. I feel like the house leaders might be able to work something out in a golden route, or maybe even just delay fighting until later. Like, we'll deal with those who slither in the dark and then deal with our issues later, like, and they leave it ambiguous. Rhea, though, I don't think she could be persuaded unless she absolutely had to. I have never seen a Dimitri Edelgard shipper in my life. Okay. That is surprising. Rhea's ride or die, fuck a golden route. Can't wait till we get to Fates' thing they call a story. Fates is gonna be a wild ride, guys. That ship exists? Does it really? Interesting. Oh, that's a cursed ship. For a lot of reasons. Alright. So, I guess, could Bernie have stepped on this horse's tail? That's pretty low to the ground. She might have been able to. These furry horses. So maybe it's possible. Your favorite ship is Dory Byleth or Dory Byleth Manuelo T3. Can't wait to see the Camilla S support with her brother. What? Oh, God. Dimitri Dedu is clearly the best ship. Yeah, Dimitri is pretty good. But Dedu's S support with Byleth is really good. It's one of my favorites. It's very sweet. Get ready for that brand of questionable for Fates, Kita. Fates is gonna be, I mean, think of the chart that we have for Awakening and also all of the lore that has happened with Awakening, and Fates is gonna give us some serious material, I think. So, that's gonna be a thing. No incest will ever beat out Byleth and Rhea. Fire Emblem went above and beyond with their traditions of incest there. Byleth and Rhea are certainly a ship. If we get a golden route, just imagine Hubie Dedu supports. I would love to see that, actually. I think that would be really interesting to see all of the retainers. Throw Hilda in there, too. Imagine Awakening, but 10 times more cursed. Oh boy. And Eco doesn't even know what's happening because he didn't play that much of Fates, so that's going to be a trip. You love Doro Petra, Adaleth, and Felix and Lysithia. Huh, that's an interesting one, Kay. TJ. Fates is like our cursed fan and being in the game in the first place. I'm not sure I'm emotionally prepared for that. Honestly. So normally I would stay a little longer, but I actually didn't have dinner because I was feeling a little nauseous from having a headache and didn't want to eat anything. So I think I'm gonna go eat now because I'm feeling a bit better. So I know it's a little short since we talked for quite a while at the beginning, but I did want to get through the supports and we did that. So next time we'll be doing some battles. We only did one, I think. So we've got a lot of battles to do. And I'm saving my activity points in case we have some expeditions. But we'll be doing that next week because tomorrow we are playing more Fire Emblem Awakening. We are doing some cursed S supports. So this is going to be the second round of S supports for the second generation. And I am scared. So please join us for that. And then Saturday is the birthday stream. My birthday was on Monday, but we're celebrating on Saturday at 2. So it's going to be earlier. So if you're in a different time zone, just make note of that. It's going to be 2 until, who knows, probably the evening. Kat's going to be joining me. Kuri's going to be joining me. Eco might be joining. We're going to be playing some Overcooked and Left 4 Dead. I'm going to try to get the Fire Emblem mods going, so that'll be fun. Who knows? We might do some origami. We're going to have some fun. So that'll be on Saturday. Oh, thank you, Frost. We can update that relationship chart, baby. Yeah, we can. Demetria zombies? I don't know if I can get Demetria zombies. I know the 3 house leaders are available as characters to play as. So I might have an incentive for chat to vote on who we play as. We'll have to see. I haven't looked through all of them yet, but it's going to be fun if I can get it to work. If you guys remember last time, we did Mass Effect mods and Caden was broken and T-posed the entire time. So who knows? Who knows? Why wouldn't Kita be 80? I mean, that's who I would love to play as. If Claude T-poses, it's all over for the zombies. Exciting. I'll be going to a con. Oh, that's fun. I'll try to pop in toward the end to send well wishes. Thank you, Kay. Have fun at your con. I'll play Dimitri. I suck, so you'll see him die all the time. Ika. You can only be Dimitri if you run around saying, kill every last one of them. I can hope for more T-pose shenanigans. I hope so. Last time we played Left 4 Dead, it was an absolute riot, so I'm excited to play again.